Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Tyler. Welcome back to the channel. So, just FYI, I've made this video like 4 different times. I just don't like talking directly to camera anymore. I'll still do it for you guys and to get these bikes sold. So this video might be super awkward. It might be full of ums and ahs and mistakes and stuff like that. I'm just gonna let it roll. I have to just get it out there. I have to get these bikes sold. So here's the situation. Why am I selling my Cove 450 rallies? Actually, only these two are for sale. That one is not. That one's my brand new one, although it doesn't look brand new. I'll tell you more about that in a second. Why am I selling these? I'm actually, I've had to cancel my fall rally season. I'm getting a surgery. I got a bunch more holes in my guts that I need to get patched up. And so there's definitely going to be one surgery, maybe two, to fix some issues that have come up again. Hopefully those won't be so bad. But anyway, yeah, there's definitely going to be one surgery. It's happening in about a week and a half. And so I got to get these bikes sold so that I have some money to carry the family through this fall's rally season where I won't be doing any rallies. So besides selling the motorcycles, if you want to come to Southwest Utah and have a blast still, I won't be hosting the rallies. But maybe I could get a friend, somebody who's knows the area, to take you around. If you want to just come and stay here at the Moto Mansion, that would be so awesome. You could meet me. We can hang out in the garage for a bit. If you want to come buy a motorcycle, you could actually come buy one of these Cove rallies and take it out in St. George, ride around. I'll show you some good maps, and it will be awesome. But yeah, you're welcome to come stay a couple of days if you buy one of these motorcycles, or if you just want to come to Southwest Utah and ride around and have a really nice place to stay. We'd love to have you, just to kind of get us through this time, this little bit of famine, you know what I mean? But yeah, so on to the motorcycles. The other reasons why I'm selling them is I don't need 3. Obviously, I only have one butt, and I can only sit on one at a time. But anyway, let's start with this one here. This is a 2025 Cove 450 Rally, and all of the details of these two bikes will be on the website. I'm going to put all of the, the specific mileage and everything like that on the website, with all the little details. I won't explain that here. But yeah, this has been an amazing motorcycle. I love the Rally 450. This is actually called the Standard Pro, or it was when it was released. It's the same thing as this. This is actually a brand new one. I know it looks like my old one. I didn't want the person who was buying my motorcycle to get the old heat shield that's on the right side tank that I installed. It was kind of a recall type of thing that I installed. I wanted them to have the new one. So actually the brand new plastics that came on this one, which, I mean, the plastics are, this and the fairing, the rest are tanks. So these are actually valuable plastics. It's not something you want to have mashed up. So I took the old plastics off of that bike. I put the brand new plastics and graphics on that bike. And so that bike looks brand new, even though that bike is the oldest of the 3. Does that make sense? It's also got other things on it that are really nice as well. For example, the tires and the wheels, the sprocket, the windshield, the handlebars. Like, so many things on this bike are brand new, but the internals, the guts, are not brand new. It has over 6,000 miles on it. I think about 6,100 miles on it, but it's been pretty problem-free. Did you notice that I totally skipped over this bike because I started talking? Anyway, I'm just going to go with it. We're going with it. We're making it happen. I got to get this video out. This is the quietest of the 3. This is the Cove Standard. It's also the standard height. It's not the low height. It is, gosh, this bike is fantastic. I've loved this bike from day one. It has the standard exhaust. It's not street legal in all 50 states, but maybe because it's street legal here, they would make an exception if you're transferring the state over. It is quieter. It has the stock exhaust, and the exhaust is a little bit banged up in here. You can see, I can't see that very good, but you can see it's a little bit banged up. But I've gone through this bike. After I pulled the tanks off, I went through and just cleaned everything. It's running perfect. I changed the oil. Also, this bike will come with either, well, it'll come with 2 skid plates. You'll either get this big, huge metal chunky one that actually worked really good, but one thing I didn't like about it is it reflected the exhaust noise and the engine noise right back into your ears of the ride. You know, I mean, it just doesn't sound as good with that on it. You will also get the stock skid plate here with the toolkit, and then it also has the gallon water tank, which this is like $100 add-on, which is pretty nice. So yeah, you'll get 2 different skid plates. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, I've loved this bike. It's been well loved. It's been down a few times. This is the bike that I broke my arm on. No lasting damage at all. This was broken. This piece right here was broken, and the windshield was broken. But other than that, I mean, all that's new on this one anyway. A couple things that are not perfect on the motorcycle is there's some big scrapes right here where the exhaust has hit that. This bracket was bent in a little bit, and I bent it out. Let's see. The lights, the headlights actually don't turn on. There is a relay. Let me just pop that. There's a relay right there, and I have it unplugged. When the relay is unplugged, the lights won't work. But with the relay plugged in, you might just need a new relay. But with the relay plugged in, the lights will work, but the battery will drain, even when the bike is turned off. So I unplugged it. The battery doesn't drain, but I don't have headlights. I have the relay, so if you're in a pinch and you need headlights at night, you just plug that in. The seat's easy to take off. To pop the seat off, you just pull this, and then it releases a thing up here, and you can pull it off like that. So there you go. So anyway, it is easy to replace the relay, but that is kind of a hassle. I almost never ride at night, so it's not a big deal. Let's see, you also get, you know, brand new filter. It really is just like fully refurbished. It's amazing. Yeah, like I said, brand new oil changes on all these bikes. This has got 6,000 miles on it. I think I've had 5 oil changes, so that's an oil change every like 1,200 miles, including I changed it about 500 miles for the first oil change that I had it. But yeah, I've absolutely loved this bike. It's been amazing. It got me into the world of kind of the rally style bikes. And I think this is the ultimate dual sport motorcycle. I don't think anything even comes close when it comes to on-road, off-road capability. Off-road capability, yeah, dual sport like a KTM 500 in there is going to be way better off-road. On-road, you know, obviously Africa Twin, you know, T7, GS, some big bike like that's going to be way better. But if you want to do the maximum off-road while still getting a really good bike on-road, the Cove seriously can't be beat. So yeah, there's that. You can see how clean that is. That I really went through and cleaned that. I worked a long time on that. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I wanted everything to be perfect, and that's why it's been taking me so long to make this video, which is kind of sad. But anyway, so yes, this bike has been great. One other thing is the front brake occasionally can feel a little squishy. Now it does not. I don't know what's up with that. I think there might just be a little bit of a bubble. You might want to try the brake caliper, you know, we call it a thumper, but the thing that, you know, there's a clip of me using it on my stomach in one of my videos. Anyway, you might want to do that just to get that air bubble out. But yeah, we have changed the fluid and everything like that, so it should be good to go. Ooh, I might need to tighten that up a little bit. All right, and the second bike for sale, and again, I might have some KTMs for sale as well. It depends on how desperate I get. Selling these 2 should get us through. We're pretty frugal, and it should get us through. So, all right, over here, this is the 2025 Rally Standard Pro. Now, a Standard Pro, I think they've changed the name on Cove's website. I'm not sure. I'm not a Cove affiliate anymore or anything, but Standard Pro, this means it has all of the Dakar guts. So it has the Dakar tune, the ECU, it has the Dakar mods, it has the full titanium exhaust, which in and of itself is like crazy nice. Carbon cap, this is real carbon, by the way. And just a fantastic bike, tons of power. And I mean, this is, I mean, if that bike was my favorite bike, This bike took it to another level. And then I actually shouldn't have bought this bike. This is a little bit of a mistake. I thought tariffs were going to drive the price of these things way up. It didn't. They went up by like a couple $100. And so I panicked and I bought this one when I should just still be riding this one. So that's why I have a new one of these. So this one's kind of being sold as a mistake. Anyway, let me show you some of the issues with this one. I have banged up the exhaust quite a bit right there, but you will get a nice skid plate. I would recommend getting a skid plate like this. This is an AXP skid plate. It's got all of the guard for your linkage and your exhaust. The stock carbon one does not have that, so I would definitely pick up a better skid plate for these. But if you're just going to be kind of riding it light dual sport, that carbon one is fine. This thing is very fast. Recently I beat a Tenere 700 in a drag race. I know people are going to be like, what? But I mean, it did. It did. I was just as shocked as you are. It did. So these are fast. These are rally race bikes. This is the Dakar tune, same tune they use in the Dakar. This is a fast rally motorcycle, and it's amazing. There's nothing that even compares. It's so good. Anyway, other issues. I've lost one of my little nubbies. So there's that, and then that's like $1 fix. And then the plastics on that one, on this one, I will admit I did some test stuff. I've wanted to make a video on how to make cheap like car wash soap that like sticks to the motorcycle, and like you can clean your motorcycle off, but it's not like 20 bucks per like quart like some of the other dumb ones, you know, because I pressure wash my bikes. Now when I say pressure wash, I don't mean I get like clear in by the seals and everything like that, like right down in there, but yeah, I do pressure wash them. But I wanted a soap that would do that. Anyway, I tested different soaps on this, and so it did make the stickers kind of come off. The sticker down here came off. It's bubbling here. It's bubbling all up in here. And it's kind of coming off in some places. So you will most likely either want to kind of put some adhesive on here and put that down again, or just peel them off. Use some heat gun, peel them off, and then put your own stuff on. I love the look of the Naked. That's why I did it. Anyway, so you can do that yourself if you want. But yeah, this one's pretty much new. It only has, all right, this one has 1,554 miles on it. You can see some of the stats on these bikes too. So it has a trip meter, your average speed, your conservation, your gas mileage basically. So 1.8 gallons per 100 miles. So yeah, this is getting like 55-ish miles per gallon. Yeah, it's a nice setup. This one also has brand new tires, plenty of life left with sharp knob, the Tusk MX T45s. So not actually street legal, but doesn't matter because they last a long time on the road. These are the best dual sport tires for the money that you can get, but they're not DOT, not for highway use. But still, you know, I mean, I live in Utah, nobody's checking, it's fine. This one has KYB forks, which is really, really nice. That one has the Yuan forks. All right, guys, well, that's it. If you're interested in buying a Kove 450 Rally from me, I'm gonna have, these are gonna be kind of auction style, and I'll have a buy it now price, which will factor in like, okay, this is what I'd like to get out of the bike, and it's what I'd like to get out of, you know, having people come stay at the Moto Mansion. And then the auction price, you know, you'll still get to come stay at the Moto Mansion if you come pick these up and take it out and ride it, and I'll give you some maps and stuff. It'll be amazing. You know, I've been the dual sport guy from day one. I had a little brief stint into, you know, hard enduro with the KTM 300. I've still got that. I might sell that, I don't know. And I had a brief stint into big adventure riding with a BMW 1200. Well, it was an 1150, but it wasn't a GS. It was like a road bike. But I tried taking it off-road. It didn't work super well, but but yeah, I had the 1150, and then I had a KTM 1190, and the big adventure stuff just didn't stick either. I've been a dual sport hardcore guy the whole time, and still have the DRZ 400 Black Widow, but I'll tell you, that Black Widow has the wide ratio gearbox modification. It has carb modifications through the roof. It's got a 470 kit. It's probably the most modded DRZ 400 I've ever seen in my life, and I own it, which is really cool. And sadly, I never ride it because I've got a Cove. And I know, I mean, that sounds, if I was watching this like 10 years ago, I'd be like, that's not me. That's sacrilegious. The DRZ is the best. But you got, I mean, I'm telling you, the Cove, dollar for dollar, the value's amazing. I know it's you know, it's a $9,000 motorcycle, but for what you get, it's unbelievable. And I'm not a Cove affiliate anymore. I'm not trying to, I don't make anything for you know, Cove selling bikes or whatever. You know, I decided that wasn't a good idea for me to be an affiliate, because then I would be biased. And even though I'm not an affiliate, it's phenomenal. It can't be beat, I don't think. And I've ridden everything. So yeah, for total on-road plus off-road, it's amazing. Again, other things are going to beat it in one direction or the other, but for something in the middle that does more than this, I haven't found anything that does more than this. Not even close. Anyway, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and you guys, I'd like to end real quick. There's some, you know, been some crazy things happening in the world, assassinations, church shootings, all kinds of stuff. Whether you're Christian or not, whatever your faith is, would you please go read Matthew 5, King James version if you want to go the old English style, or you know, any other version if you want a little more updated. But go read Matthew 5, and then just, yeah. Anyway, much love. Everett out.